Okay, we've spayed, we've neutered, we've microchipped. What about the food? What about the nutrition? Let's talk about good nutrition for your pet. Good morning, Dr. Joel Saylor.
Every time you say that, it makes me think of the Beach Boys songs.
Yes.
Good vibration, good nutrition.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, good nutrition. And this is actually one of my pet peeves right now, because I really honestly think that the pet food industry is going out of its way to fool and dupe pet owners right now.
Not all pet food people.
Not all pet food people, but here's the thing. First and foremost, I'm always worried about any company that is promoting a particular ingredient scheme, okay, as their hook. So for instance, one of the big things we see out there is this whole grain-free concept, okay? And I'm going to tell you right now, and I will dispute anyone all day long, and you will lose, okay, that is a bunch of bunk. Okay, the whole grain, and my first response is, well, I went to a grain-free diet. My response is, why?
Yeah.
Well, grain's bad, isn't it? I don't know. You're the one who felt like you needed to change. Tell me what's wrong with grain. And the thing is, the whole bit of gluten, grain comes from the gluten issue. And in humans, gluten, there are certain individuals that have gluten hypersensitivity. It is true. It's documented. There are certain dogs, specifically, a lot of times it's Irish Setter, sweet gluten sprue has been characterized. But gluten, it can be an issue. Now, I even talked to veterinarians and say, well, the dog had a gluten allergy. Really? Which gluten? Well, I don't know. Yeah. Well, there's different glutens, folks. If you're allergic to wheat gluten, that doesn't mean you're going to be allergic to corn gluten, okay? So, and what it stems from is a total ignorance in nutrition, okay? So first off, if you got a company that's really hanging their hat on that, they do not know their bottom from a hole in the ground, okay, so to speak. Okay, so be cautious with that. And there's a lot of them out there. The problem is you're paying more money for those diets, folks, than you can for getting the best. Okay, and I'm going to tell you right now the 3 best foods. I don't really do a lot of product stuff, but I'm going to equally name the 3 best foods that if you pick one of these, I'm not going to bust your chops about, okay?
Go ahead.
And you can get them wherever you want. The first one in the consumer line that I consider is Science Diet, okay? The second one is Purina's Pro Plan. Okay, that's completely different than what you see at the grocery store. That's produced by their research wing, okay? And the third one is Royal Canin. And the reason I say that is those 3 companies, when I go to my journals and I want to read up and study on nutrition and what are the latest advances in nutrition, these are the only 3 companies that are producing any information that is relevant to companion animals. Okay, so doesn't it stand to reason that the companies that are doing all the research are going to know more than these companies like, say, I won't even say since I'm speaking disparagingly, but one of these grain-free type diets that basically are promoting, and most of these companies, they don't even manufacture their own food. They'll have other companies that do it. So be careful, folks, because this is one of those things that the rules are kind of loose. And again, if you get one of those 3 diets, and we're fortunate in this area, there's a lot of places you can get those diets, okay? That if you get one of those 3, you're going to be all right.
Sounds good. And we'll be back right after this.